Hello and welcome back to another tarot pick a card reading. Today we are talking about what is in store for us for November 2019. So these are our piles today. They are a combination of tarot and oracle cards. I want you to pick a pile that you feel drawn to. They are all the same from the top, so I want you to use your intuition and not your eyes to pick your cards. So to do this, I want you to close your eyes and take 3 deep, mindful breaths. Breathe in and out. And as you do this, I want you to ask yourself, what does the universe want to tell me for this coming November? Breathe in and out. As you open your eyes, I want you to acknowledge which pile you feel drawn to, which one captures your interest. This is pile number 1. Pile number 2, pile number 3, pile number 4. I do want to remind you that this is a general tarot reading, so not all messages will resonate with everyone. Take what serves you and let go of the rest. And now, if you want to pick with crystals, each of these cards is actually a crystal. So we have blue howlite, aquamarine, hematite, and red carnelian. If this reinforces the pile that you picked, then go ahead and look down in the description or the top pinned comment for the timestamp related to your pile. Again, this is pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, pile 4. If you want to listen to the readings for more than one pile, that is certainly okay as well. Okay, so let's get started with pile number 1. Hello, group number 1, the ones with the blue howlite. So blue howlite is a water stone. It's for the element of water, and it is actually a wonderful stone to help with your focus and help you realize your potential. So if this November, if you are wanting to work on your ambition and your motivation towards reaching your goals, then blue howlite might be a stone that you would like to add to your collection. Okay, so let's start with your tarot cards. I am using the Witch's Tarot today. We're starting with the 2 of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups, 2 of Wands, 10 of Cups, the Fool, King of Pentacles, and the World. Okay, yeah, so like this stone suggests this month might be all about you discovering and reaching for your potential. With the World card here, I see that you guys have a lot going for you. You have a lot of positive qualities. But with this Fool card, you're just at the beginning of your journey. You are kind of teetering on the edge of holding back and jumping all in. And right now I want you to know that it is okay to just jump in, to get things started, to get things moving. Okay? You guys have two cards. 2s are all about decisions. We have the 2 of Pentacles and we have the 2 of Wands. So this month, as we are figuring out where we want to go, there will be some decisions that you are going to have to make. The Two of Pentacles speaks highly of financial decisions. But I want you to take note of the infinity symbol on this card. Okay? Because money is energy, right? Energy is neither created nor destroyed. It's cyclical. It's cyclical. What goes around comes around. So when you're faced with financial decisions this month, please remember that sometimes you have to spend money to make money, especially if we're talking about something that will improve your life, that will help you grow as a human. So whether we're talking about taking a course, whether you are learning something new, taking some classes, this could be it could be a money management course. It could be something to help you perfect your skills. It could be, learning about business, learning about whatever your passion is. And then with this Two of Wands, let me see if I can get this closer for you guys. So he's looking out on the bay with his little cat familiar. And, like the world is his. There's this little globe here. He has decisions to make, but he knows that the world is there and it is open and it is waiting for him to make these decisions and to move forward with what his dreams are. This is about planning. It's about taking the time to really weigh the pros and cons of which direction you're going to go. But it's not about holding you back based on decisions. It's about planning for these decisions and for the future, which is what I really see with this Fool. Like the Fool, he's ready to jump in. He's ready to go for it. And then we have the Queen of Cups. And the Queen of Cups is all about, kind of living in flow, just going with the flow, understanding your emotions and understanding that fear can sometimes hold you back, but fear can also motivate you. It can inspire you to move forward. It's about understanding why you have these fears and what no longer serves you. We also have the Ten of Cups, which is this is all about alignment. So I feel like this November, you guys are really coming into alignment with what your goals and your aspirations are. Even if you are at the beginning of your journey, things are starting to make sense to you, and you're starting to put the wheels in motion. With this Ten of Pentacles, this is all about wealth and leadership and abundance and, discipline, which I think is something that we often forget when we're talking about the world of manifestation. You can't just sit there and think like, I want $1 million. I have $1 million. I have $1 million. I have $1 million. It doesn't work like that. $1 million isn't just going to show up. You have to have some kind of plan. Whether it's you go to the store, you buy the lottery ticket, and you win the $1 million, or whether you start a company with multiple revenue streams and you make $1 million that way. You can't just sit there and take absolutely no action and expect $1 million to just fall into your lap. How would you even get the check if you didn't answer the door, right? So we have to remember that we have to take action towards our goals. With the world here, I'm lost for words. We're going to see some accomplishments, that's the word I was looking for, within the next couple of months. And I'm feeling like November is really when you guys are going to start laying out the groundwork for these accomplishments. If you look at this card, you've got water, you've got kind of like the Sahara, you've got kind of like a mountain environment, I don't know what kind of environment this gentleman's from, but, you know, whatever. We've got, you know, so like we've got like transitions that we have to go through with this card. But all of this is overseen by the world. It's all his environment, but we do have to transition through different environments to reach our goals. And now this might not be, you know, you don't have to travel the world to reach your goals. Maybe that is one of your goals. But it's just about, you know, you have to take into account your emotional environment, your physical environment, your technological environment, and really make sure that all of these things are aligning so that we can reach this level of prosperity that we are reaching for. Okay. There's also a lot of water going on here between your crystals. We've got water here, water here, water here, water here. There's water in the background, water. Actually, there's water on every single one of these cards. So you might be a water sign, or this could just be a message to go with the flow. You know, water ebbs and flows. Sometimes we have, you know, like just flat, calm water. Other time we've got turbulent seas, we've got rapids. And so we have to really be able to go with the punches, whatever they might be. Okay. And then your oracle cards, we have clouds, shape shifting, which is really very similar to what I was just talking about. We have to be able to shift and work with the different, my example was water, the different wave types, the different speed at which things are coming, the different challenges we might face. And then we have the ancestors cards, the generation. Yeah, you know what? I think this speaks really well with the fact that I pointed out this cat, this familiar. And even if you look here, he's got a little dog. You know, it's you might have some spirit guides which are wanting to tell you something. So really pay attention to if animals are acting strangely around you, or things that happen in your dreams. If you feel like someone's trying to tell you something, then it's very likely that your spirit guides are trying to give you a message. If you would like me to do a reading about what your spirit guides want to tell you, or what your ancestors want to tell me, just type spirit guides down in the comments below so that I know you guys want to see that reading. Okay. Let's see, what else do we have? We have flying, and we have deep freeze. Okay. So I feel like both of these cards are telling you that it's time to get moving. It's time to put things in motion. When you get a deep freeze, it's because you're stagnant, you're not moving, you're stuck somewhere. But if we can keep this momentum going, then we won't encounter this deep freeze. And this flying card, it reminds me very much of, you know, wanting to have a bird's eye view of the situation. And, you know, just making sure that you can you have an overview of what you're wanting to achieve. You don't want to, you know, if I don't know if you can see it, let me see. So in the bottom of this card, there's like a labyrinth, right? And so when you're in the labyrinth, it's really hard to see where you're going. It's really hard to navigate. But if you can get up above, then it's really easy to see your way out. So I'm feeling like as you're starting to put this plan in motion, then you really need a bird's eye view. You need to see it from a bigger perspective. And then I pulled an animal oracle card, and you've got the camel. This is be forbearing and patient. And I think that's key because, I mean, I do see a lot of like success with this spread, but it doesn't mean that it's anytime soon. You're really in the beginning phases and putting things in motion. But you are going to have to be patient. So let's pull a Moonology card. what do we need to add for November for the people who picked group number 1? Nothing yet is set in stone. And then the first one that popped out is you and your loved ones are safe. What I'm feeling like this card is telling you is that sometimes when we start a new business, it can be difficult because we don't know where the finances are coming from. Sometimes, it's hard to leave a job that has a steady income, perhaps it has benefits. But what this new job is, I'm feeling like it's a really good opportunity for you guys. And it's a good opportunity for personal growth. So if you are thinking about changing careers or applying for that promotion or whatever it is, again, I'm feeling a lot of finances related to this reading. It could even be, you're wanting to start a company, you're wanting to start your own business. Maybe you're a creative type and you just want to start a side hustle of selling things that you make. I'm feeling like you guys can make this work, okay? And then we have nothing is yet set in stone. I feel like that's a really good message because as you move along this journey, there's always going to be things to learn and you can always adapt and grow as you move throughout this journey. And I think that's also where this patience comes in, is that as you're learning, you might need to readjust. Okay? You can be the shapeshifter. Let's pull an affirmation card to end this reading. Okay. Thank you, universe, for helping me see beyond the limits of fear. Thank you for expanding my perceptions so that I can see what is of the highest good. Thank you, universe, for helping me see beyond the limits of fear. Thank you for expanding my perceptions so that I can see what is of the highest good. I think that's a very powerful card. So that's it for this reading, guys. I am also putting up November predictions as per your zodiac sign. So if you want to see those readings, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. They will be coming out over the next couple of days. Okay? Love, light, and happiness to you all. Group number 1, have a fantastic day. Hello, group number 2 who picked the aquamarine. So aquamarine is a water stone. I actually was at a crystal and gem show just this past weekend, and I got to see some beautiful aquamarine specimens. They weren't tumblestone, like they were raw, and it is such a beautiful stone. So aquamarine is it's about living in the moment and living in peace and harmony and feeling self-sufficient and just kind of serene. It's a very serene feeling stone, and it definitely gives you that energy when you hold it. So let's put that up there for you guys, and then we're going to start with your tarot cards. Today I'm using the Witch's Tarot. We're starting with the Star, the Ace of Wands, the King of Wands, the Ace of Cups, the Two of Cups, Six of Pentacles, and Temperance. Okay. Interesting. So temperance is all about balance, okay? And we've got a lot that is signifying balance here. We've got, well, temperance, who speaks of balance, but then we have two aces, and we also have a two. All of these cards, with the two aces together, they speak of balancing each other out. And then we have the Two of Cups, which is about balance. Specifically, like in a relationship, whether this is a love relationship or a friendship, it is about two people that really they have a mutual attraction together. They like the same things. They really balance each other out, for lack of a better word. And then if you look at temperance here, she's got 1 foot on land, 1 foot in the water, and the aces, we've got the Ace of Wands coming out of the land, and we've got the Ace of Cups in the water. Even this star card, she's part of on land, part in the water. So there's a lot of balance here. The Ace of Cups, this is all about new relationships. And then with the Ace of Wands, this is, inspiration and new beginnings and being able to create new things. Like we've got the butterfly here going to the flowers on the wand, and butterflies are amazing pollinators. When a flower becomes pollinated, it can create fruit. The butterfly takes that nectar and turns it into food. So it's amazing, the transformation and the balance of nature that's going on here. We have the King of Wands, who is, a natural born leader, entrepreneur. He's strong. He's full of honor. And with the Six of Pentacles, this is all about, again, balance. This is about giving and receiving. So I'm feeling like you guys have a strong dream that you're wanting to work for. And that's what I'm seeing in this star card. This is, your purpose. You're feeling rejuvenated to reach whatever this is. Excuse me. You're feeling rejuvenated to reach whatever this is. But the cards are telling me that you have to exist in a place of balance. You have the capabilities of being this powerful, honorable person, but we need to remember to keep the balance. So, the balancing of like your emotional beliefs and your spiritual beliefs, giving and receiving, balancing with the people in your life, and just being able to not feel like you have to do everything in order to reach your dreams. Sometimes, whether this is a relationship or a career or a friendship or really whatever the situation, a lot of the times we spread ourselves too thin, feeling like we have to do everything. And I mean, that's kind of what this spread is. We've got a little bit of everything, right? We've got emotions, we've got spiritual, we've got relations, we've got finances, we've got a little bit of everything. And if we spread ourselves too thin, then we're lacking that balance within our lives. So whatever you're wanting to go for this month, be it relationships, being it renewing your spirituality, whether it is improving your financial state, as you move forward, just remember to keep things in balance this month. Okay, you've got a lot of possibilities and a lot of inspiration to move forward to whatever it is that you're dreaming about. But if you spread yourself too thin, then it's not going to happen. So looking back at the aquamarine, it's about living in the moment. And It's about serenity. So it's like if you're feeling like you're not at peace, if you're feeling like wound up, or your emotions are hard to control, like so you get angry at the drop of a hat, it's because you're not in balance. And that's just what this reading is telling you, is that this November we need to bring ourselves back into alignment, bring ourselves back into balance. And that is how we are going to move forward this month. Between the Star and the Aquamarine, like we have a lot, and even the King, we have a lot of wonderful reward coming to us. But we have to keep that balance, or else, it's not going to pan out. So then we have Island, which is solitude, and Meadow, which is vulnerability. And I think what this is telling us is that it's time to take a pause and to reflect. Really figure out where you want to go. And sometimes this can be very hard, because this might mean letting go of things that no longer serve us, things that it's hard to say goodbye to, but you don't need anymore. And I think that's where the vulnerability is going to come in. Sometimes we have to let go of old projects so that new ones can come into our lives. And the only person who can make this decision is us. We can't, we can read as many tarot readings, or we can do as many tarot readings as we want. We can ask as many friends for advice as possible, but the only one who can make this decision for us is us. We're the one who needs to follow our star to get to where we want to go. No one else can do this. But that being said, we do also have to remember that balance, that we can't just hide the month away in solitude. We do still have to embrace the world around us and move forward. We have the Llama card, which is set clear boundaries and enforce them. And I think that really speaks to what I was just saying about we have to let go of what no longer serves us. Sometimes we have to, we have to make the decision that we don't want to do something. Maybe it's we don't want to go out on a Friday night and party because, you've got to do X, Y, Z to get your business off the ground. Maybe you, if you're talking about a relationship, maybe it's time to, let your guard down and, really experience the person. Now, I know this is saying like set clear boundaries and enforce them, but at the same time, when you're in a relationship, you need to, they need to know who you are and you need to know who they are. And so, I feel like a boundary that needs to be set is like what you want from the relationship and how far you're willing to go to get it. And that comes down to like knowing who you are. But then it's also, knowing who your partner is, so how that will affect your future together. I hope that makes sense. It makes sense in my head. And then we have the Wishing Well and the Bone Collector. So the Bone Collector really speaks with this island in this meadow, because the Bone Collector is about looking at at the bigger picture and seeing exactly what it is that you have and what you need to complete your collection, so to speak. So what kind of experiences are you wanting to have? What kind of impact are you wanting to have on the world? All of these questions are very important moving forward. And by knowing these questions, we can then move on with this wishing well, which is about, asking for what it is that you want. And this even speaks with these llamas, because, set clear boundaries and enforce them. In order to set boundaries, you have to know what it is you don't want. So when you're speaking of the bone collector, she knows what she has. So she doesn't want what she already has. She wants something new. She wants something fresh. And then something new, something fresh is what we're asking for. Okay? So then when we relate it back to this, we've got the star. So the star and the wishing well are going really well. And the temperance with the bone collector, it's like what you have versus what you don't have. It's again about balance. Even these llamas, like they're two symmetrical llamas, balance. So like balance is a very key thing for you guys this month. If you're feeling like you're being overly triggered, if you're feeling like you can't handle your emotions, if you're exhausted, if you're, whatever it is you're feeling that is really like bringing you down this month, it's all because of this balance. So I really want you to focus on when you feel angry or when you feel sad or even when you feel happy. What in that moment is triggering that emotion? Because once we can better start to understand our triggers, then we can better balance our life. Okay, so let's pull some Moonology cards. What do we need to tell group 2 for this month, for the month of November? Nothing yet is set in stone. It's so interesting. I actually pulled this for group 1 as well. And as you can see, like I literally just shuffled and this jumped out. So nothing yet is set in stone. Like that feels like that's crazy that popped out again. But I feel like it's got a different meaning for you guys. But if you resonate with this card, go and watch the first reading as well. But for you guys, I'm feeling like with it not being set in stone, it's really about these boundaries. And it's about taking out what isn't serving you so that you can move forward, and so that you can restore the balance. Even if you're feeling like your relationship is having you off kilter, then a relationship is not forever. If you need to move forward, you need to move forward. Let's get a second card. The energy is gaining momentum. Yeah. I feel like you guys are moving forward. You've got your dreams, and it's just a matter of setting some things in motion to get them moving. And it's really about understanding what you don't want so you can understand what you want. By seeing what you already have and knowing what you need, you can, set that intention to the universe and you can move forward on that dream. And when you can balance out the wants and the needs, and you can live with intention as opposed to living like from a lack mindset, then you'll really be able to move forward. So when I think I've surrendered, I surrender more. Wow, that's wonderful. When I think I've surrendered, I surrender more. And I think that's very powerful because as we learn about ourselves, we think we give in and we think that we welcome things into our lives. And then we realize that there's still more on the other side. One thing you might have heard me say before, if you're subscribed to my channel, and if you're not, you should be, so go subscribe. But I'll quite often say that there's no such thing as perfection. We can only aim for progress, and we want to progress every single day. And even if we do reach what we once thought was perfection, we realize that there's so much more to reach. So what we thought was perfection 5 years ago is no longer perfection, and it's just a jumping off point for more. And actually, as I'm saying that, like, going back to these tarot cards, these Ace of Cups might be that you're at a point where you feel like you have reached a certain level of your dreams and you're seeing that you're at a new starting point. So that might even be what we're talking about here. And it's about balance. It's about rebalancing and understanding what this next phase is. So yes, you've reached your goals. You've reached this stage of being able to give and receive, and you're in a good relationship. So now what's next? Right? You know, set your goals even higher. Okay? I think that's all the messages I have for you guys. Group number 2. Just remember, everything in balance, everything in moderation, really. And I will see you guys in the next reading. I did also do November predictions based on your zodiac sign. So if that interests you, hit the subscribe button, because those will be coming out over the next few days. I don't want to completely overwhelm all of you with having 12 readings go out at once. So I am spacing them out a little bit. But check those out. And love, light, and happiness to you all. Have a fantastic day, group number 2. Hello, group number 3 with the hematite. So I am actually so excited about this because I actually just got some hematite. This weekend I went to a crystal shop, a convention, and I got myself some hematite. And now this is a very grounding stone. It's a stone of the earth. It's for protection, for maintaining order, and for cleanliness. It's a black stone. It's a grounding stone. So it's really, if you're dealing with negative energies or a situation that's making you nervous, throw some hematite in your pocket and, just go about your day and enjoy. So let's start with your tarot cards. I am working from the Witch's Tarot today. Your first card is the Death card. Then we have the Three of Pentacles, the Hanged Man, the Tower. Okay. Heavy energy, group number 3. You definitely need that hematite. The King of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, and the Lovers. Okay. Okay. Where to start with you guys? So, I don't know if this is coming up in November or if this is something that you've just gone through and we are going to be transitioning out of this phase. But, we have the Tower card. So this is sudden change. Something's happening and it's happening fast. Sometimes the Tower can be negative. Sometimes it can be positive. But it's about a sudden change, and usually it's unexpected. We have the Death card, which is, again, change. It's about transformation. The Hanged Man is about changing your perspective. It is about letting go and surrendering to new truths. We have the Lovers card. So I don't know if this is about a relationship that has fallen apart or is falling apart. I don't know if this is like a business venture where your partners are splitting. This could also be that in this moment, you need to reach out to people that you trust, people that are aligned with you. This could also be, praying to your God, the universe, your higher power, whatever, restoring your faith in something. And then we have the Three of Cups. And this is a card of celebration. So the fact that it's come up with the Tower and the Death card really makes me think that this change might be unexpected, but it's going to be welcome. you're going to be celebrating these changes. And now it might take you some time. It might take you hanging upside down by your foot to see the benefit of this. But in time, you are definitely going to be celebrating whatever this change is. With the King of Cups here, King of Cups is all about being like emotionally balanced and compassionate. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles, who is nurturing, like financially supportive, and just just a very supporting character in this. And with the Lovers card, with this King of Cups and Queen of Pentacles, I'm feeling like there is this balance of masculine and feminine energy. This doesn't have to be a relationship. This could be a friendship. This could be a business partnership. But I'm feeling like you two really balance each other out. Maybe one is more of a people person and one is more of the business-minded kind of person. But whatever this change is, I'm feeling like you guys are going through it together. I don't really sense that this is a breakup, but it might challenge your relationship. But again, it's all about your perspective. And I'm feeling like if you can remain grounded through this situation, you're really going to come out on the other side, being a stronger person, both emotionally and financially. You're going to improve your status on the end of this. And again, I'm not sure whether this is something that has happened recently, and in November we are working through this. We are, working to open our mind to this new reality that we are facing, or if this is something that you can expect in November. And again, for some of you, it might be that you've already experienced, and some of you are, I'm letting you know, changes are happening. But even though it seems very dark in times, there is another side. I'm thinking of like the yin and the yang. Within the dark, there is light, and within the light, there is dark. And there's always balance. So as we transition out of this moment into the next phase, just remember that those dark moments really let us see the beauty of the light. And then with this Lovers card, with this, there's like an archangel. So I'm almost wondering if there's also a third person involved in this. And I'm not saying that this third person is going to break down your world or anything, but this third person might be who helps you through. So if this is a business partnership or a relationship, there is someone that you can trust and that you both can trust. So whether this is a family member that you can both talk to, or whether this is a friend, or whether this is just your faith that will bring you through, I'm feeling like there is someone out there to help the two of you through this, even with the three here. So you've got the two and then the one on top. I'm feeling like there is definitely another person who's really going to be able to help you through this situation. Okay. Let's look at your oracle cards. Okay. So we have Forest, which is breathe. I'll put that over here. And then we have Fog, which is a veil. And I think that this very important message that as we're going through this transition, this sudden, quick transition, we need to remember to breathe. Okay? We need to remember to slow down and not act impulsively. We need to be the hanged man. We need to sit and we need to analyze the situation, and we need to be able to see it from someone else's perspective. And when we are irrational, that's not going to happen. We have to, calm, breathe, ground ourselves. And this transition, whatever, it's going to come over us like a fog, where you're enveloped in this fog and you feel like you can't see through it. But fog always lifts, and then the truth will be unveiled. And I'm feeling like that is going to be very important for you guys to remember, that sometimes it's really hard to see the other side when things are dark. But if we can look for the hints of light coming through what's clouding us, then we will be able to begin to move forward. And we've got heal the ouch, and we've got dry desert. Yeah, you guys are going to feel like you are alone in this situation. But again, we had the Lovers, the Queen of Pentacles, the King of Cups. You've got people in your corner. You've got people backing you. You can, there's people there, even if you can't see them, even if you can't reach out to them. And again, like with the three, like we've got this one person and then the two cacti in the background. And I'm feeling, actually both of these cards are 30s as well, so more threes. I'm feeling like you guys are going to feel like there's no way out, but there is always a way out, and sometimes it's just hard to see. And then with the heal the ouch, one thing that I'm hearing is that you need to feel it. You need to really experience this to grow from it. And through allowing yourself to experience it, that is what's going to allow you to grow. And like, so let's go back to the number 3. So like number 3 is about, like it's body, mind, and spirit. It is about birth, life, death, beginning, middle, end, past, present, future. So it's about this shift and moving forward. And I mean, we've got so many 3s here. Like, just even like the 3s here, we've got the Lovers. Let's see, is there a 3 on here? There's 3 blocks coming out here. We've got the 3. There's a lot of 3s going on. And we've got these 3 main trees here. So like I'm feeling like 3 is really important, and just understanding this process of birth, death. And this doesn't even have to be a physical death. I mean, we've got the death card, but it's not a physical death. It is an emotional death and then a rebirth as we're moving through. So again, I don't think all of this is happening in November, but I feel like something is happening in November that is setting the groundwork for you to work through this. Okay? And then we have Gray Squirrel, find new ways of solving problems. With the light on his third eye. I feel like you're gonna see this as a problem. It's going to feel like a very overwhelming problem. And we need to find new ways to not so much solve the problem, but new ways to look at this problem so that we can learn from it and we can grow and have a rebirth into an even better version of ourselves. Work through your fears. That card just wanted to jump right out. I don't even think I need to explain that one to you guys. I mean, this is going to be a hard time. This November is going to set some wheels in motion. That's going to be a lot of transformation, a lot of change for you. And sometimes change is hard. It can be scary. So we have to work through our fears. We don't want to run scared. We want to work through them and learn from what is happening. But prosperity lies ahead. And I do believe that is the case. Whatever this change is that is happening, guys, it is happening for a reason, and it's really going to benefit you. So let's just pull an affirmations card. Group 3 need to hear. Happiness is my birthright. And we were just talking about rebirth. I want you to type this down in the comments below group number 3, because, as we take actions, we are cementing what we are learning. And right now I feel like you guys need to learn this. Happiness is my birthright. Okay? You guys have a lot going for you, but you have a lot of challenges coming up. Or a lot of challenges that you've recently faced, and we're starting the process of working through it. But remember that happiness is your birthright. If you liked this prediction, I did also do zodiac sign-based predictions for November, and those will be coming up over the next couple of days. So if you want to watch those, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so that you do not miss out on that video. Love, light, and happiness to you all. Have a wonderful day. Hello, group number 4 with the red carnelian. So this is a fire element stone. This is all about taking action and being passionate and courage and being the creator of your own destiny. It's about letting go of fear and just, moving forward. So lots of power to start off this reading, group number 4. So let's put that up there as a reminder. And let's start with your tarot cards. I am using the Witch's Tarot today. Starting off with the 2 of Swords, the Emperor, the Magician, the 4 of Wands, Page of Wands, the Knight of Cups, and the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so you guys are very powerful manifestors. When you put your mind to something, you can get it. And now sometimes this works for you in the wrong ways. Sometimes, if you focus on something you don't want too much, you find more of it coming into your life. So I think this month we really need to be aware of our internal dialogue and how we are talking to each other. Not to each other, but to ourselves. The way we talk to ourselves in our head, that little voice that, it's always there, giving us little tidbits of information that we might not even want. And as powerful manifestors, you guys know that sometimes that little voice is really getting in the way sometimes. But I want you guys to know that you are the Emperor. You are the authority. You are the owner of your thoughts, okay? And you can take control of your thoughts. And I'm feeling like you guys are really starting to understand that. We've got the Knight of Cups here, which is all about creativity. It's about romance. And then with the Ace of Pentacles, which is about, starting a new career. It's about manifesting money. Let's see what else. We've got the 2 of Swords, which is about making a decision. And I'm feeling like this 2 of Swords is kind of like you versus the voice in your head when you're manifesting. And then we've got some wands. So we've got the 4 of Wands, which is, it's about celebration. It's about harmony. And then the Page of Wands, which is about enthusiasm. So I'm feeling like you guys have a lot that you're wanting to bring into your life, and you're really starting to go after them. But again, because you're such powerful manifestors, you're almost manifesting too much. You're placing too many orders with the universe, and you're having to sift through all of these things to figure out what it is that you want. So if you can begin to quiet the mind and only have, your what is aligned with you, what you truly want, being the one that's sending out the orders versus your subconscious, or the, with this moon here. Let me hold it up. So we've got one sword, which is plain, and we've got a sword, which is the moon, as the moon. And the moon's kind of about reflection, right? So I'm seeing this as your conscious manifestations versus your subconscious manifestations. And what we need to work on this month is retraining that subconscious mind, that little voice in your head, so that you're not manifesting things you don't want into your life. So you're not manifesting too much, and you have to sift through all of those things to get what you want. Because once you can quiet that voice in your head and you have the courage to ask for what you want, then these celebrations are going to be yours, okay? The Page of Wands here, you've got the enthusiasm to, to follow your dreams. And with the Knight, you've got the motivation to go after them. And the Ace of Pentacles here, this is abundance waiting for you. But you need to have the courage to set the wheels in motion and to trust yourself. I think that's a really important thing, is that you have to be able to trust yourself to move forward. And now this doesn't even have to be wealth. I'm going to use the term abundance, because if you want a relationship, if you want a new career, if you want, whatever it is you want, if you want health, I'm feeling like you guys can manifest whatever you want into this world. But it's a matter of calming down the subconscious manifestations, so that what is in alignment with you, or reprogramming your subconscious so that it's working with you. But when you are in alignment, things are going to happen, and they're going to begin to happen really fast, especially once you start seeing things coming to you. You're just gonna get so motivated and just be like, yes, it's happening, it's working. Just be so excited. And I mean, it takes a lot of courage to ask for what you want and really go after your dreams. But I'm feeling like you guys can. Let's see. We've got the hyena, which is dare to be different. And again, you guys, what you understand how this world works, which is not something a lot of people can say. And you are different. And I mean, different is good. I love being different. Actually, comment down below. Comment, I dare to be different. Because I want to see how many different souls we have on this reading. I feel like a lot of people probably have picked this pile. Feeling lots of energy with it. Lots of people are feeling this vibe. Let's see. Okay. The shaman, ancient healing wisdom, and then the lake, which is stillness. And I think this stillness really reflects you needing to calm your subconscious mind, to calm those manifestations that you're not really sending out there intentionally. If you're wanting to say manifest the love of your life, and then, you go out to a coffee shop and you're expecting to see them there and it's full of 100 people. How are you going to find the love of your life through those 100 people, right? You need to calm your mind so you know exactly what it is you're asking for, whether it be in a partner. It doesn't have to be like the physical, the person. You never want to manifest like a person, but you can manifest what traits you like in a person. Like if you want them to be compassionate and caring and beautiful and friendly, loving, motherly, whatever. If you can figure out what those traits are that you want, and you know what you want, then the rest, all the rest, because I mean, there's so many factors about what you could have in a partner. When you can remove the rest, there's just this stillness. And you know exactly what you want and just a stillness around it. And then that manifestation will be so much more apparent. And with the shaman, it's like, you've got this ancient healing wisdom about you. You've got this energy about you. It's like this magician here. Like you know you are a powerful being, and you just gotta go for it. Okay, and then we have stuck in the mud and storm clouds. I feel like this is really reminiscent of where you guys are now. When your subconscious is so busy, you just feel stuck. You feel like you're in a storm field, and it's not, you're not going to be able to get out of it because there's just way too much going on, way too much energy. And if you can take the atmosphere of stillness, if you can calm and you can relax, then things are going to start moving in the direction that you want them to. If you're stuck in the mud, if you're wiggling around, like, you're just going to get even more stuck. If you can be calm and you can think through it logically, then it's so much easier to get yourself out of situations. Okay, so let's see. Let's pull a Moonology card or two. What does group number 4 need to know? What does number 4 need to know for this November prediction? Okay. Your dreams need a practical plan. Yeah, I think that's very true, especially with this with the Two of Swords. It's about making decisions this month. It is about understanding what it is that you don't want and understanding what you do want and making a plan to be able to go after it. And then we have nothing will come of this situation. And I think that's really speaking to the storm fields and the stuck in the mud underneath. If we do not make the steps to improve ourselves, and I mean, we can always improve, right? There's no such thing as perfection. It's always about progress. And if we can always work on improving ourselves, then we can always grow. But if we're not growing, then we're dying, and nothing will come of that. So it's always about moving forward and about perfecting who we are, or striving to perfect and just progressing along our way. Just remember, we can dare to be different. We don't have to live up to someone else's standards. We can live up to our own. I recognize that I have chosen fear. I choose again. I choose love. I think that's very powerful for you guys, because I'm feeling like you guys, if you're not in the vibration of love, you're very close to it, because love is a high vibration. And to be the manifestors that I see you guys being, you have to vibrate high. And so if you're vibrating from a state of fear, then you're just, the law of attraction is always working. You're always manifesting. But if you're living in the vibration of fear, you're bringing more of that in. And you've got, with the storm clouds and stuck in the mud, like, maybe this is where you are, and you are such powerful manifestors, but you now recognize that if you choose love and you choose to step out of this situation and calm your mind and embrace your ancient wisdom that you have within you, then you can exist at the vibration of love and manifest whatever it is you want, whether it's relationships, whether it's money, whether it's a new career, whether it's health, whether it's, a new car, crystals, whatever you want, a manicure. You can manifest it all. Okay? So that is my reading for you, group number 4. If you did like this reading, I am also doing zodiac related readings for November, and those will be coming out over the next couple of days. So if you want to see your November reading based on your zodiac sign, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Love, light, and happiness to all of you, and as always, have a fantastic day. Bye.